Hey everyone, welcome back for another weekly astrology video for the week of January 26th to February 1st. Before we get started this week, I want to give a special thank you to our 2 new subscribers from this week. I appreciate you for being here and everybody who is returning viewers to our videos. One of our new subscribers, Mr. Reborn, left a comment saying that he subscribed because of Kenny, and I've got Kenny here to welcome you all to the video today. All right, say hi, Kenny. There we go, perfect. So Kenny's here to welcome you all to the video today. And Mr. Reborn in his comment also said that he's looking forward to seeing some individual segments for astrology signs, for zodiac signs, which, a quick note on that, something I notice is that a lot of YouTube astrologers or Western astrologers tend to use the whole sign house system, and I've done all of my astrology up to this point using the Placidus system, so it's what I'm used to and it's what I know. And something about the difference there is that in the Placidus, Kenny, let me get my arm back here, bud. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, okay, sounds good. So the difference between the two systems, the whole sign house system, it is basically every sign falls into one of 12 houses for each person in their chart. So the first slot would be your rising sign or your ascendant. So myself as an example, I'm an Aquarius, so that slot would always be the Aquarius. And then my second slot everything would fall in line. So Pisces would be 2, Aries would be 3, Taurus would be 4, etc. But with the Placidus system, you have the signs can be offset based on where the house cusp lines up. So you can have multiple signs spanning over one house, or you can have a sign sort of slipped in between 2 of them. This would be an intercepted house, or an intercepted sign intercepted in between 2 houses. So the way that shows up in my chart, a perfect example is I have Aquarius in the first house, my rising or my ascendant, and then I have Pisces intercepted in the first house, which means that Aries follows up into that second house slot. So right away, my chart is completely thrown off from the whole sign house system. And so when I watch those whole sign house videos, they don't line up for me, because as soon as an astrologer gets to the second house for Aquarius, mine's not Pisces, it's Aries. So at least through all of my experimentation with astrology and all of my studying astrology, I have always used Placidus, and it's always lined up for me. So maybe I need to explore the whole sign house system a little bit more in order to balance the 2 of them. But I mean, Placidus consistently works for me. So that's my version of astrology that I like to stick with. And so the way that I would do individual sign videos would be quite different than the way that most astrologers who use the whole sign house system are doing. So I'll find a way to do that, and I'm excited to get into content like that, but just a heads up that it will be a little bit different than what you're necessarily used to. And I'm building a system, an AI system called Pantheon of Oracles, which I have completely designed around the Placidus system. I've left it open for variability depending on how people like to use their astrology, but the default system is set to Placidus, as that's the way that I've built it up. So enough of my yapping. Let's move into the video. And quick actually, before I move on from the topic, for those of you who enjoy seeing Kenny in my videos and would like to see some more Kenny videos, something that I'm thinking of doing is, if this channel starts to perform really well, I would like to actually pick up a sort of maybe camping or sprinter van kind of thing that I can travel around with and take Kenny out to some landscapes and some maybe campgrounds and stuff like that, and just let him do a bunch of outdoor travel and exploring. I think that would be really fun. He's a border collie as well, so he really likes to be out and active. And we do a lot of running, so I think that would be a lot of fun. So if you guys would like to see content in that sort of regard, then please like this video, comment what your thoughts are, if you'd like to see that, or if you'd like more astrology. I could do some astrology outside in the wilderness. That would be amazing. I'd really like to expand the way we do content here and bring a lot more value to you guys. So if any of you are interested in that, then please subscribe to my channel so that, you know, I could do some more stuff with Kenny. I think that would be a lot of fun. So getting into this week, we're just coming off of some strong astrology with the conjunctions in Aquarius. So we've had a couple Cazimis in Aquarius, along with a few conjunctions lining up with Pluto. So that would have been the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. And then Mars, we had just go into Aquarius as well. So the big theme this week is that we have Neptune transiting into Aries on Monday. We have Mars making its conjunction with Pluto, and then we have Mercury making a conjunction with Venus in Aquarius. So those would be our major aspects going into this week. Starting off with Monday, January 26th, we have the moon in Taurus making a square with Mercury in Aquarius, and then we have the moon in Taurus squaring Venus in Aquarius, and then Neptune enters Aries at 12:37 p.m. This is a major transit that we've been waiting for a long time. And then later on in the evening, we have the moon in Taurus making a sextile with Jupiter in Cancer. So the Taurus moon starts the week by squaring Mercury and Venus in Aquarius, signaling some early morning tension between comfort zones and fresh ideas. These fixed square aspects can make moods stubborn and communication aloof. Neptune's midday ingress into Aries is the headline. Neptune reaches 0 degrees of Aries, of course, because it's just entering into the sign, which is the very first degree of the entire zodiac. And Neptune takes about 165 years to go around its entire cycle. So this is the reset point for Neptune, basically, essentially Neptune's birthday. And we had Neptune transit into Aries on March 29th, 2025 for a number of months, where it retrograde back in July. So we've already had a bit of a testing preview phase for this, but this is where Neptune really solidifies its stay into Aries for a number of years, leaving Pisces and igniting a brand new spiritual cycle. This is the first Neptune-Aries transition since 1861. So again, a long time, a number of years, marking a collective shift from passive dreaming to active idealism. By evening, a moon-Jupiter sextile in earth and water signs soothes the atmosphere, encouraging emotional generosity and a focus on home or family blessings. So on Tuesday, January 27th, we have the moon in Taurus making a conjunction with Uranus in Taurus. We have the moon in Taurus also making a sextile with Saturn in Pisces. Then the moon entering Gemini in the afternoon. Then the moon in Gemini making a sextile to Neptune in Aries. And then we have our Mars conjunct Pluto at 6 p.m. Then the moon in Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius. And then the moon in Gemini trining Mars in Aquarius. So the day unfolds with the Taurus moon meeting Uranus, bringing an unexpected late morning jolt or emotional surprise. Stability returns by early afternoon as the moon sextiles Saturn, grounding feelings with patience. The moon shift into Gemini at 3:55 p.m. energizes communication and variety. Moments later, a moon-Neptune sextile links curious Gemini vibes with Neptune's fresh Aries vision, inspiring imaginative thinking. Mars conjunct Pluto at 6:02 p.m. is the peak intensity. And again, I use the Eastern time zone for those of you who are new here. This rare alignment in early Aquarius concentrates massive willpower and transformative force. It can manifest as relentless drive, power struggles, or breakthroughs, an all-or-nothing surge of energy. Late evening, as the moon harmoniously trines Pluto and Mars, some of the day's extreme intensity finds an outlet in honest conversation and mental clarity, helping to process the profound Mars-Pluto influence. On Wednesday, January 28th, we don't have any major aspects, just a couple of trines from the moon in Gemini. So the moon's making a trine to the sun in Aquarius, then Mercury in Aquarius, then Venus in Aquarius. So with the moon in lively Gemini, harmonious trines dominate the day. At dawn, the moon-sun air trine unites conscious goals with adaptive feelings, setting a cooperative, breezy tone. The afternoon brings back-to-back trines, moon to Mercury, then moon to Venus, all in Gemini Aquarius. Conversations flow easily and minds are open. A welcome relief after yesterday's intensity. This is an excellent day for meetings, writing, learning, and socializing. No major new transits occur aside from these lunar aspects. So Wednesday serves as a mental breather, highlighting intellectual connections and community. In the wake of the Mars-Pluto storm, today's aligned air energy allows ideas to circulate freely and tensions to diffuse in a light-hearted collegial atmosphere. On Thursday, January 29th at 5:17 a.m., we have the Mercury conjunct with Venus. Then we have the moon in Gemini making a square with Saturn in Pisces. The moon then entering Cancer at 5:30 in the evening. And then the moon in Cancer squaring Neptune in Aries. Communications get a charm boost early today as Mercury meets Venus in Aquarius. This conjunction blends intellect and affection, making communications more harmonious and pleasant. It's an ideal influence for diplomacy, creative writing, and social connections. Expect witty yet gracious exchanges. The waning Gemini moon hits a brief snag mid-afternoon with a square to Saturn, possibly a reality check or moment of mental fatigue. By 5:32 p.m., the moon returns home to Cancer, heightening emotions and focus on security. Immediately, the Cancer moon squares Neptune in Aries, a clash between sensitive feelings and new ideals. Watch for some evening confusion or moody drift. Overall, Thursday balances friendly, artful communication, Mercury-Venus, with a need to adjust emotionally as the lunar energy shifts from Aries Gemini to the Cancerian waters. So on Friday, January 30th, all we have is the moon in Cancer making a conjunction with Jupiter in Cancer. Today brings relatively quiet skies. The moon cruises through Cancer, making only minor adjustments until late night. No major hard aspects occur during the day, giving a bit of an astrological exhale after a turbulent week. Late evening, the moon conjoins Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, exact 10:18 p.m. This lunar conjunction amplifies feelings in a positive way. Nurturing, generosity, and optimism swell under the Cancer moon's care. It's a perfect night for comfort and connection with loved ones. Aside from that heartfelt alignment, Friday's energy is gentle and subdued. Many may feel content sticking to a familiar routine or indulging in self-care at home, as the cosmos offers a brief respite to process the week's big changes. On Saturday, January 31st, to end the month, we have the moon in Cancer sextiling Uranus in Taurus, then the moon in Cancer trining Saturn in Pisces. The moon then enters Leo, and then the Leo moon trines with Neptune in Aries. So the first part of Saturday continues the Cancer moon's supportive alignments. A moon-Uranus sextile in the afternoon opens us up to gentle surprises or new comfort zone experiences. Shortly after, the moon's trine to Saturn provides emotional grounding and wisdom from past lessons. A great time for practical tasks or simply feeling at peace with what's been accomplished this week. By evening, the lunar mood shifts. The moon leaves Cancer and enters Leo at 7:09 p.m. Within minutes, the fresh Leo moon trines with Neptune in Aries, blending a bold self-expression with Neptune's visionary influence. Saturday night carries a warm, creative atmosphere. Imagination runs high and spirits lift. It's an excellent time for celebratory or artistic activities. The week concludes on a note of emerging optimism, as Leo's fire brings heart and courage to Neptune's new dream. So this brings us to Sunday, February 1st to end the week. We have the moon in Leo now, opposite Pluto in Aquarius, the moon in Leo opposite Mars in Aquarius, and then a full moon in Leo making an exact opposition to the sun in Aquarius. So a powerful full moon in Leo occurs today, with the moon exactly opposite the sun in Aquarius at 5:09 p.m. Earlier, the Leo moon makes intense oppositions to Pluto overnight and Mars in the morning, marking the day with heightened emotional intensity and potential conflicts. These major alignments emphasize the fixed Leo-Aquarius axis and bring situations to a culmination point. The outer planet influence of the Moon-Pluto opposition adds depth and transformative undercurrents to the overall energy of the day. So to wrap up our week, in summary, this week delivered major cosmic turning points. Neptune's entrance into Aries on Monday set a long-term course, shifting the collective spirit from Piscean receptivity to Arian initiative. The Mars-Pluto conjunction on Tuesday was an intense crescendo, unleashing powerful, transformative energy. Many likely felt surges of ambition or witnessed power dynamics intensify. By midweek, the tension gave way to intellectual ease and social harmony, helped by Mercury's conjunction with Venus, fostering cooperation and friendly communication. The moon's tour from earthy Taurus to expressive Leo reflected our emotional adjustment through these shifts, starting in stubborn mode, then seeking information, and finally embracing confidence and creativity. Overall, we navigated a transformative week. Long-standing cycles ended and new ones began. Yet by week's end, a lighter, more hopeful tone emerged. The stage now set for February's continuing momentum, carrying forward the initiatives sparked under Neptune in Aries and integrating the deep changes catalyzed by Mars and Pluto. The cosmos invites us to step bravely into this new chapter, informed by the lessons of a powerful week. So that's a real good week, and I'm glad to be in all of this Aquarius energy. Like I was saying while we were in Capricorn, I was looking forward to it. I definitely am. This Aquarius energy feels very forward-facing and moving and inspiring in a way. Whereas the Capricorn energy, it literally took my back out, my back and my neck. By the end of the Capricorn season, I literally had to lay down on a heat mat because my neck and my back were so worn down. So glad to be done with the Capricorn energy and into this Aquarian stellium with Neptune coming into Aries this week. So that wraps up some good astrology for this week. I appreciate you all for being here. Kenny, you want to come here? Come here, come on, get up. You want to come be in the video? Come be in the video, come here. Yep, you can be. Come on, you want to say bye to your fans? Hey, there you go. Good boy, Kenny. You want to give me a high five? Give me a high five. Up here so they can see. No? Okay, close enough. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. Again, if you want to see more of this content, or if you want to see some more different content of Kenny and I being out adventuring, doing some traveling, doing some astrology out in the wilderness, out under the actual stars, then, I mean, subscribe to my channel, support the channel, and I would love to get into doing some more stuff. So thanks a lot for being here. I really appreciate it. Take care. See you in the next one.